Oh shit. Hey you guys, hi, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're gonna sit down and relax and take off my makeup, do some skincare and also some boy bitching. I mean boy talk. I'm like really honored that you guys think I can help you, and you look up to me for advice. Is like amazing. Even I don't look up to me for advice, but if it's helping for you, then it's free. I'm here to give it to you. So let's do this. All right, so first things first, I'm so beyond tired wearing these lashes and lenses. My eyes are hurting, so I'm just gonna take those off. Oh my god. You know what, I'm just gonna quickly change into something more comfortable and be back in a second. I'm like really comfortable right now, so sab kuch andar se niklega, okay? I've already given you guys a few tips, like a few dating tips, and I thought, what can I do to help you guys more? I realized that a lot of us actually get stuck and hung up on this one person. If we try a little harder and if we try a little more, if we call him maybe like once more, if we message him once more, maybe he'll tell me that he's interested, or maybe he'll even tell me that he's not interested so I can move on. Let's not get hung up, you guys. Let's not get stuck up on one guy. So in today's video, I'm just basically giving you 5 red flags that you guys need to look for when you start dating a person. That will tell you if that guy is good for you or bad for you. So the kind of guys that I'm going to be talking about today can be very easily categorized as fuckboys. I'll tell you what a fuckboy is. So basically a guy who does not very openly tells you about what he's looking for from you, and kind of keeps you hanging and keeps you in dark and makes you feel like yeah, he's the one, but then at the same time he's not the one, keeping you confused and like really confused and like annoyed and vagera vagera. So that is a fuckboy. Trust me, you do not want to fuck with this guy. Just like let go right there. 5 red flags that I'm going to be talking about today are going to help you so much. You're going to come back to me and you're going to thank me. I want to like hug me and be like, oh my god, Simmy, you saved my life. So with that, I start with my skincare as well, because I need to really take off this makeup too. So number 1 sign of a fuckboy is that he's usually always full of himself. For example, if you're meeting someone for the first time, like you're going out on a date with this guy for the first time, and you realize that he's just like full of himself. Throughout the time that you were there with him, it was only about him, his life, and how cool he is, how awesome he is, how awesome his travels were, and how awesome his life is, his job is, etc, etc, etc. Whenever you start to initiate a conversation about yourself, he does not seem very interested. Like, okay, he'll show a little bit of interest here and there, but then he'll just quickly change the topic and bring it back on himself. Unfortunately, if a guy is like really interested in you, I think he will shut up and just listen to you. Trust me, if a guy is very like genuinely interested in knowing you, he will want to know you. He will want to hear it from you. He will want to hear it from your mouth. He will not want you to shut up. Okay, so forget a date. Maybe after you've met him a couple of times, you gotten a little comfortable with him and everything, and now you guys are like talking on phone and like texting all the time, and whenever he calls you, it's just that he'll tell you about his day, he'll tell you about what's going on in his life, and then he'll just hang up. I mean, and you had been planning on telling him like so many things, like this happened and that happened, and he would hang up on you like you were not even there on the phone. A fuckboy is very good at doing the bare minimum to keep you on the hook. The thing is that even after I tell you all of these 5 red flags, you will not stop in the middle. You will not walk away in the middle. Trust me, if you've started down that road, you will go all the way till the end, get your heart broken, and then come back. Giving you basic 5 red flags so that at least 5 red flags के बाद तुम at least वापस आ जाओ. Okay, because 1-2 में तो कोई मुड़ता नहीं है, but anyway, like मेरा काम है बताना. Okay, so trust me, just make sure you find a guy who's interested in you, interested in knowing more about you, interested in knowing about how your day has been, and not just like blah 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 bullshit about his day. Okay, and I'm just gonna wash my face off and be back. I used the Klairs Rich Moist Foaming Cleanser, and I think what's next? Next I'm using the Kiehls Calendula Herbal Extract Toner. It's got some calendula extracts floating in there, you guys, quite fancy. After that, we move on to red flag number 2, when the guy is full of excuses. If you feel like the guy has been constantly cancelling plans and you're the one making plans, and he's just like yeah I'll come, but when the time actually comes, he just cancels out on you. Okay, like he just cans on you and he does not call you back, and even if he does, that's like too late, and then the time is just gone and everything, and you feel like कि हाँ ठीक है, ये तो चलो कोई बात नहीं, होते रहता है, you know, हाँ बेचारा बहुत busy था, हाँ बेचारे का काम ऐसा ही है, हाँ बेचारा बेचारा. First of all, he's not a बेचारा at all. Like, don't even use the word बेचारा, please. He's not interested. Like, because if a person is genuinely interested and genuinely caught up somewhere, they will call you back because they are interested in talking to you, but they were busy before, so they could not talk to you, so they'll call you back. And if they don't call you back and you're just waiting and waiting, अगर उस लड़के ने बोला कि हाँ मैं आधे घंटे में फ़ोन कर रहा हूँ, and you're like sitting with your phone, आधा घंटा, आधे घंटे में नहीं आया, 45 मिनट्स में नहीं आया, 15 मिनट और हो गए नहीं आया, 1 घंटा हो गया, 2 घंटा हो गया, फ़ोन नहीं आया, फ़ोन नहीं आया, फ़ोन नहीं आया, and then you know, like, you just go psycho. Our brains just like work in a different way altogether. Have self-respect, you know, like, just be like, okay, fine, you know, if he's not answering your messages, if he's not ready to meet you, then fine, we've got like 5 more guys waiting on us. I know we don't, but we can always act like it, you know. Okay, I totally forgot about my toner, so let me just tone my skin up. Oh, that feels good. With that, we move on to red flag number 3. If you feel that you are constantly confused about this guy, he's not your guy. You cannot be confused. Like, the right person will just feel right, and the wrong person will just not feel right. They'll try to be your Sapno ka Rajkumar and like your Prince Charming and the guy for you. Trust me, he won't be able to keep up with that for a very long time if he's not your guy. A wrong guy will actually just make up all of the things. He will not be genuine. He'll just try to be, you know, very, very fake and like very pretentious just to get your attention and just to get, you know, just to get you attracted, basically. It's a trap, girl. It's a trap. Like, stay away from abs. Abs are the worst. I think it happens when the guy gives you mixed signals because he shows he's very, very interested, and then 1 second he's just like not responding and he's just very distant. When he comes back, he just comes so aggressive, like with so much pyar and like with so much dikhawa that you feel like, oh, acha main hi pagal thi, main galat soch rahi thi. You are not wrong. It's a very common thing, honestly. Like, I'm like so bored with this right now. Like, these guys really need to try something new because this is getting boring now. Like, it's too old and boring. Okay, if you feel like the guy's playing games with you, if you feel like he's being an ass, if you feel like you're too confused, he's being too hot and cold with his signals, and there are a lot of mixed signals, then I think this is definitely not gonna work well for you. Trust me, if it's supposed to happen, it's just gonna happen very, very smooth. It's nothing that you'll have to think so hard about. So I think I'm gonna go for a sheet mask today, and for that I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Revitalift face mask. Right, so with that we move on to red flag number 4. If you feel like you're constantly walking on eggshells, and by that I mean that if you are constantly scared of saying something because you feel like he's gonna get angry, or you know, he's just gonna be pissed off and then he won't talk to you, because maybe you try to be yourself and you were a little open about how you feel about things, and maybe he reacted in a way that just made you so scared that you will lose him. So you now are literally thinking about everything before you open your mouth or before you text it to him. There's always a lol, there's always a smiley at the end of it, which used to not happen initially, because initially you didn't really give a flying fuck, but now because you are invested, you feel like, you know, I need to just be very careful of what I'm talking to him. Just think about it, ladies. Like, does it even make sense to be with a guy who just makes you so scared to open up your mind to him, or like even be yourself in front of him? I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that relationship is going to go very far anyway. Like, be yourself. Don't worry about the person, if he's going to like it or not, if he's going to like your joke, if he's going to be pissed off, if he's going to go, that is fine. If the guy's going to go, let him go right away. Trust me, you don't need to hold on to anything, any person. Like, if he's meant for you, he will stay. I'm just gonna... So I think with that we can now move on to our red flag number 5. Like the final red flag. This is not even the final red flag, it's like a final step to your heartbreak. If you stayed with this dude through all of these red flags, trust me, this is gonna be like your final red flag, when you're just gonna be like, okay, you know what, like I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm gonna have to walk out, or I'm gonna just tell him how I feel, and I'm gonna ask for a closure and all of that. This is when it happens. When you think that the guy has changed, suddenly you feel like, okay, he's not as aggressive in pursuing me as he was before. Like now he's just too thanda. He doesn't really care. He doesn't really respond to my messages. It's like I'm not even there. It's like I'm not important. It's like we were never really a thing. And at the same time, you are too much invested into it now. Like in your head you're already his wife, and that's when a guy starts, you know, ghosting you, like constantly waiting for his text, you constantly waiting for his call, you don't know if you should call him or not, you don't know what's happening, and you really want to do it as well, but you don't know if you should do it. You need to just step back. You need to just step back. You need to stop messaging. You need to stop calling this guy, because eventually he's just gonna ghost you. Okay, that's his plan. He's just like, you know, doing it slowly so it's a little less painful for you. But trust me, I think that's really painful. Only fuckboys start ghosting you out. A good guy will never, you know, directly ghost you. He'll be like, you know, I think it's not working out for us, or maybe this and that, blah blah blah, but he'll give you a reason to why things are not working out. I think that's very, very fair. And just because you started talking to someone does not mean that it has to end in a relationship. Okay, you need to also be open about that. So I guess these are the 5 red flags. So yeah, and with that I'm just gonna feel good. It feels nice, fresh and hydrated. It's slightly sticky, but that's okay. That's because the serum is still fresh in my skin. So, and as my final step, I'm going to be using the Ybp Plant Remedy Skin Salve. I have been dying to try this one out, and I think I'm going to do it tonight. I'm so excited. Wow, this smells heavenly. Like, just gonna, you know, warm it between my fingers and massage it in my face. You guys, it smells so good. I can't even. I think with that we have covered all of the 5 red flags. Trust me, if you think that you are in a relationship like this, it is just toxic for you and you need to step out. If you feel that you're constantly worried about him, and if you're constantly worried about the relationship, where it's heading and all of that, it's taking up a lot of your time, you cannot focus on work and everything, trust me, I don't think you need to be in a relationship like that. In a way, heartbreaks are good, you know, because they make you learn some lessons in life. I think after a heartbreak, a person becomes more aware and more conscious, so they start questioning everything, and you know, you start questioning the authenticity of the person and everything that they have to say, which is a good thing. I don't think it's bad to actually get in the roots of everything. That's fine, as long as you don't turn psycho and just like stalk the living hell out of that person. You don't have to do that. So let me know what you guys think of this video, if it was helpful, if I was able to help you guys or anything. I would love to know, and if I should continue with dating tips or if I should just stop. With that, it's a wrap. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, share it with a sister who needs to see this. Trust me, you're gonna save a heartbreak. Okay, so do that. It's a good social cause. Share this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and with that, I will see you in my next video.